Virgo, what up though? I am Tarot King the Prophet, back with another Crown King Tarot presentation. About to do a reading out of my semi truck right now. I'm located in Lansing, Michigan, home sweet home. Um, I start all my readings out with a fortune cookie for my roses. You are the roses. This is the fortune cookie. The Moonology Oracle deck is what I'm currently using. Gotta give me another Damon Tarot book. I love that one. You know what I mean? I gotta get another book down on my book week. So, without further ado, let me get it started. For Virgo, we have the end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Did a reading for for Cancer while I was in Howell, Michigan earlier. They got full moon in Pisces. Couple full moon cards coming out right now. 8 and 6. 8 and 6 Virgo is your numbers. Full moon in Capricorn. Excuse all the bumping and banging going on in the background. They loading up my trailer, getting me, set out to get back on this road, So excuse that. The camera might shake a little bit, all that type stuff. So just a heads up on that, Virgos, okay? Virgos, the end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. How hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you that effort is required. Work issues may be about to come to a head when this card comes up. If you are wondering if you should stay in your job or leave, this card can be a strong sign to make an exit. The end of a rough time is forecast. This card is also asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whether or you're prepared to pull out all the stops to make your professional dreams come true without being ruthless. With a love question, this card can be a call to face reality. Whatever situation you're asking about, making a plan will help if your personal life is troubled. Prioritize it more, Virgo. The attunement to the moon, Virgo, is release control and trust the universe. Release control and trust the universe. And the teaching behind the card is the full moon in Capricorn has a very strong work ethic and energy and will more than likely come up when you're asking a professional question. If your question is about another matter, it will serve as a much needed reminder to move through any feelings of hopelessness you may have been feeling about your situation. And this applies no matter when you draw the card. Making a plan is a far better use of your time, Virgo. Making a plan is a far better use of your time. All right, I use the Wildwood Tarot deck. I have a little deck and a big deck. I use the big deck to lay out the main general energy, and then also use it to lay out the energy for the past, present, and the future. And then I come around to the little deck, and I use the little deck for clarification. And then go back around and get summaries from the little deck, and then I come back to the big deck and get a final message from the universe. All right. So let me put a few wraps on this. Shuffle up a little bit, and get this going, and see what we have in the forecast for Virgo. Bang bang boom in the back. Every now and then you might see me look like that to see if they turn my light green. Right now my light red. It means sit still. You can't go nowhere, but when it turn green, it means they done. So let's see, Virgo. All right, done being goofy. What do we have for Virgo? Queen of Vessels. The Queen of Vessels to start off with the main energy for Virgo. So what we have here is the salmon. There's a season when the salmon swim upstream to lay eggs, before they go back downstream to die, and taro's like starting new. But right now, this salmon right here is going upstream. It's going upstream. There has this tree right here that's about this tree produces these nuts, and for the reading, these nuts are like nuts of knowledge and wisdom, so on and so forth. And going upstream, obviously it's moving on up in the world, going up in the world, doing the things that you need to do to elevate yourself and to gain, to be a little bit more further. There's lots of fulfillment in this reading already, Virgo. And this is probably most definitely going to be a reading about some sort of promotion or just getting yours, you know what I mean, or going after your dreams and just advancing and furthering yourself. Okay, we'll see. Could change, but we'll see. Let's go to the past, the present, in the future. I thought it was going to be all in reverse for a second, no, but the future came right side up. Okay, so in the past, we have the 19 major arcana card, the Sun of Life in reverse. This is about really not feeling yourself, not really feeling so good about things, you know what I mean? Not really feeling like you're getting what you deserve in life, not feeling that sun on your back, you know what I'm saying? You know, this is about things that, you know, like the harvest not coming in, nothing. You know what I mean? Like sometime in this past, Virgo, like shit just really wasn't going your way. You have this 1 and this 6. It was a 19, it's the number 19, but it's in reverse. So it's like a 1 and a 6. It's like a 6 and a 1, actually. The number 6 in tarot, well, for my readings, and the number 6 is the number of the cube. You know, it's about seeing things from all sides, you know, and the beginning is represented by the number 1, the start of something new. You know, and I'm really feeling like in this past, it's just like you're really, you know, I'm not going to say that you were like lazy or anything like that, but whatever it was, it could be a bunch of different things. You could have been lazy, you could have just been making some bad choices and bad decisions in your life, so on and so forth. Things that were keeping you down and keeping and holding you back. But now, you know, at that point, you were just seeing things from your point of view. You were just like, I'm all right, I'm all right, I'm all right. And then you just took a look around and you hear what everybody's saying. They're like, damn, Virgo, you know, you can have this if you did this and that and that and this. Or Virgo, you can be here if you actually just applied yourself. Or Virgo, if you quit fucking with such and such, you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and it's, you know, these things are coming to you and you're just like, you know what, this person is right, or these people are right, you know, or just, you know, just seeing things from another perspective. It could be you telling yourself, you know, like, I deserve more, I need more, but I have to apply myself more. This definitely has something to do with applying yourself or making different decisions, different choices. Excuse me, I'm gonna drink some of my little juice. Making different choices to further yourself, to better yourself, you know what I mean? Because at this point, you, one way or the next, you have not been making the right decisions, okay? But this is about beginning to see that, you know what I mean, that feeling really very good about yourself or the decisions that you have made. Coming into the present, you have the Stag in reverse. This number 8, it's the number 8, so no matter which way you turn a number 8, it's always going to be a number 8. And this is about something going ongoing, something continuing, you know, going on. You know, this is actually about not having any intuition, maybe not knowing which way to go, which direction to head in. You know what I mean? It's not a lot of strength, not a lot of inner strength, and whatever it is that you can go. So it's like you have the intuition, you have the ambition. You know what I mean? But it's just like, which way do I go with it? You know what I mean? You're not firm in which direction or which road you should take. You know what I mean? Especially if it comes to maybe leaving somebody alone or leaving a job, like as the Moonology card had said in the fortune cookie reading. It's just like having the strength. I mean, not having the strength, you know, feeling weak with that situation. Like, if I leave the job, what the fuck I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying? If I leave this person, how am I gonna survive? You know, this person buying me shoes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Paying my bills. You know what I'm saying? How I'm gonna make it for real? You know, and you know, and obviously you're gonna need that inner strength. You're gonna need that inner strength, that intuition, that just that little extra push to move on throughout your situation. Okay, this right here definitely makes so much sense in the future. Okay, it's the 4 arrows. It's about being grounded. It's about being a little bit more firm, you know, coming to grasp or coming to reality with yourself about what it is that needs to be done, what it is that you need to do. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say you're this butterfly right here on this branch, and whatever situation or person or whatever it is right here is what's down here asleep on the ground. You know, it's 4 arrows around this person, but they're not in the person, but this person is asleep. It's like a dead end situation, but the person is not dead. It's just like somebody holding you back. You know, if you're a butterfly, you only got like 2 weeks to live. I explained this in a lot of my readings because I really only use this deck, but I explained this in a lot of my readings that you only have 2 weeks to live as a butterfly. You know, and would you spend your time hanging out on this branch, waiting for this motherfucker to move, waiting for this motherfucker to buzz, to produce anything? If I was that butterfly, I definitely would not. You know what I mean? I'd be moving the fuck on. I'd flourish. I'd become the butterfly. You know what I mean? I start off as a caterpillar. I'll become the butterfly, and I will fly the fuck off. I'll fly the fuck home and enjoy my 2 weeks of life. You know, and 2 weeks for life for a butterfly might seem like a lifetime. I don't know, but that's where we're at right now with the main general energy. the past, present, and the future energies. Okay, let's go to the little deck and get some clarifications. Okay, see what we're talking about here for Virgo. They is beating my trailer the fuck up today. When I was in the howl earlier and shit, they was smashing my trailer like, God damn, it was like boom. I'm like, damn, did it rain or something? What's going on? You know, I don't know. They just rough with these forklifts today. It's all good. Yeah, one more. All right, so going back into the past. 1, 2, 3. Now remember, we're coming off the Sun of Life in reverse, you know what I mean? Beginning to see things from all sides, you know, not feeling really good about your choices, not feeling really good about your situation. You have the Wanderer, the number 0 card, the Queen of Stones in reverse, and also the 9 of Bows in reverse, okay? Ooh, excuse me, I apologize for that, guys. Gassy today, what the fuck? Every time I do a reading, I got a little burp or something coming up. Anyway, this is who the story is about. This is you in tarot. This is the very first major iconic card, the Wanderer. You know what I mean? And the Wanderer, when the Wanderer steps out, the Wanderer does not know anything. It's not that they don't know anything about life. And typically in tarot, they don't know anything about life. But for this actual situation, it's like you don't know what to do next. You're just like this lost person. You know what I mean? You see this person is about to step off a cliff onto a rainbow. You know what I mean? And it's just like, okay, when this person makes this step, do they fall? Well, if you don't have any knowledge of falling, do you fall? You know what I mean? Can you really walk on rainbows if you have no knowledge of falling? You've never fallen before in your life. You've never seen anybody fall. You don't know what the fuck a fall is. You've never experienced nothing but winter, spring, and summer. You know what I mean? You don't know anything about a fall. You know, even though it looks very fall in this picture, you know, with the colors and everything. You know, do you fall? Fact of the matter is, you don't know anything. You're all about trial and tribulations, trials and triumphs. You know what I mean? Win, fail, trying something, failing, maybe winning, maybe losing, trying something, failing, maybe winning, maybe losing, so on and so forth, on and on and on. You know, this is your life. And this right here is the Queen of Stones in reverse. And so if you look at it like this, you see this bird looking out on the horizon trying to see what it is that's out there, but it's in reverse. You know what I mean? So it's just like you kind of really just staying in your comfort zone, not really being firm about what it is that you want to do or whatever it is that you need to do next. You know what I mean? It's like scared to jump out there, scared to see, you know, what the world has to offer for you, Virgo. You know, and then you got the 9 of Bows in reverse. You know what I mean? And it's like it's the word 9, so the universe. You know, you flip 9 is about the universe, so when you flip it around, it's like the universe withdrawing itself. You know what I mean? Giving you the option to make your own choices. It's like the ultimate situation of free will. You know what I mean? Where you literally can do what it is that you want to do. There is nothing guiding you to whatever your next choice is, and you're so green in this situation that it's just like you're just stuck. You know what I mean? You're making all your choices, and you're scared to jump out of your comfort zone. Like I said, you might be stuck at a dead-end job. You might be stuck in a dead-end business. You might be stuck in a dead-end relationship. You might be stuck in a dead-end something that you are stuck in. You know what I mean? And it's really because you are afraid to come out of your comfort zone and make that next move and do whatever it is that's good for you next. You know what I'm saying? You have to do for you, and nothing's coming to you. Like, there's no signs, there's no symbols, nothing. Why? Because the universe is just like, I ain't got nothing for you. You see what I'm saying? And it's like a level of disrespect in there. You know what I mean? You are disrespecting yourself. You know what I mean? By not taking that plunge, by not moving away from whatever situation it is. You know, you don't have any ambition at this point in the past. You want it. You're realizing what it is that you're missing out on in life, but you still have not made that move. And coming into this present, once again, you have this stag, you know what I mean? And it's just like, like I said, you want it, you just don't know what the fuck to do next. You know what I mean? It's not coming to you, okay? One more. All right, let's get it. Present. Okay. I could dig some of this. It's crazy because you got like reverse, up, reverse. Then you got up, reverse. You know, and that's reverse, okay? So you got the Ace of Stones You got the 10 in reverse, the wheel, the major arcana 10 card, and you also have the ace of bows in reverse. A couple aces going on in this present. So this ace of stones is about growth. It's about a new start, new beginning. Once to have something. The stones is about materialistic, it's about possession. You see right here, this green around this stone. It's not a whole lot of grass everywhere, but there's some, and believe it or not, there's more grass than it was before. And that green comes equals fulfillment. You know what I mean? You are starting finding something more fulfilling than just having nothing or being stuck in this situation in the past. You know what I mean? You have grown to this present to actually to the next level, to actually want something for yourself, to actually have something for yourself. You know what I mean? Like I said, you just don't know what. With this wheel right here in reverse, you know what I mean? That's just like feeling incomplete. That number 10 in reverse. This 1 and the 0, no matter which way you flip them, they're both 1 and a 0. You know what I mean? So it's just like you're incomplete. You know what I mean? The 10 is the number of completion, but in this situation, you're incomplete. You want something more. It's just you're realizing that you have nothing. There's nothing in your life or situation or whatever that completes you, that makes you whole. You know what I mean? And obviously that is a problem. But the beautiful thing about that is that you realize that, and with that 0 right there, that is the all. You have the universe and you have the all, polar opposites basically in my readings. But they're both positive things for you as long as they're working for you, and they can be negative things for you if they're working against you. You know what I mean? But in this situation, most situations, majority of situations, they are working for you. In my readings, you have that 1 right there. That's the beginning. That's the start of something. That's the all beginning to show you the way, to point you in the direction that you need to go. You see what I'm saying? You don't know really that you need to sew this shirt, that you need to put this shirt together or anything like that. You don't know. You know what I mean? But the all is starting to point you in that direction. And then you have the ace of bows in reverse, and the ace of bows is the spark of life. This is about being two-sided on something. You know, it's the beginning. Well, with it being the word ace, you know, 1 is, no matter which way you flip a 1, it's a 1, and it always represents the beginning. But this is the word ace, so it's not like the number 1 is just like the word 1 basically, and you flipping it, so it's the end. You know, but it's the end of being two-sided. It's the end of not being stuck in the middle of not knowing which way to go. You see what I'm saying? You don't have the inner strength. You don't have the intuition of what it is that where you need to go. You don't have that intuition, but you have the willpower to move on and pick one side or the next. It's like being stuck in two choices and just, fuck it, I'm finna go ahead and pick a choice. I'm finna pick something, you know? So this is about no longer being stagnant, no longer being still. You just don't have that inner strength, that intuition to tell you which way to go next. It's just like you just want something, you know what I mean? And that's all it is, Virgo. You just want something, and you just got to know what it is that you want, what's right for you, what's good for you, and what to go after. I have a strong feeling, though, that whatever it is that you want is actually coming for you. You know, maybe it'll come to you. I don't know. Let's go to the future and find out. Dos, tres. So maybe it'll come to you. Maybe it will come to you. So remember, we're doing off this 4 arrows. You're this butterfly. You only got 2 weeks to live, and you're watching this dead situation. You know, is this butterfly actually watching this dead situation, or did it leave it and get to its higher branch? Did it get to a higher branch and look back at where it came from? You know what I mean? And start. I ain't beating the fuck out of my trailer, nigga. You gonna make my phone flip. Watch. Make me feel like I'm losing my balance. Anyway, we had this page of vessels. You know, this is about to be about. It's a premature energy, so it's like being at the start of something. You know what I mean? But it's sitting there. You see, they're sitting there waiting for whatever it is to come down this canal, down this path, down this river. You know what I mean? It's like a ship sailing in or something like that. This is usually a playful individual that's getting out there and wants to dance and swim and play, you know what I mean, and do everything fun, you know. But this otter right here is out of the water. You know what I mean? They're great swimmers. They great swimmers. They like to play with their food, all that shit. But this is not you playing anymore. This is you sitting on the ledge waiting on your ship to roll in. And I believe that this ship is rolling in, because look at this otter. He's looking at something. What is he looking at? It must be something coming down that stream for that otter. You see what I'm saying? Fulfillment. And look at this, the pole star. And I think this is you. This is usually about a fantasy card, you know what I mean? About dreams coming true. I think this has a lot to do with manifestation, something manifesting, coming to you. Usually this person is either going towards a reality or walking away from one. And in this situation, I don't know, it's really hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. It's like coming back from a reality. You see what I'm saying? But going towards a fantasy, it's like both ways in one, you know, and it never actually really came to me like that. But that is exactly what I'm getting off of this reading for you. That it's both, that it's not like you're moving away from a fantasy world, but it's just like you're going towards your dreams, but you're still facing a reality because you realize in this past that none of this lazy shit or these poor decisions or whatever it is were working for you. You know what I mean? And now you realize that you have to make things work for you, that you have to manifest, you have to pray, or whatever it is that you do that works for you, and you have to go after what it is. Faith without works is dead, ain't that what they say? Faith without works is dead. So you have faith and you have works. This is you no longer sitting pretty. This is you flying away. Remember that butterfly was just sitting on that branch, just chilling and shit. It's like, is that butterfly sitting, or is he flying away? He's waiting on this sleep motherfucker or what? You know what I mean? No, this butterfly is not. This butterfly is a full bird in this situation, and he's hanging in there on this branch, but this bird is not just sitting there perched on this branch. This bird is flying away. This bird is going to do whatever works for this bird, okay? Going out there to get there is with that page of arrows, but it's all this page of vessels and this page of arrows is like immature energy. It's not that it's immature, it's just that it's in this infant stage. It's at this youngest stage of you getting where it is that you need to be, Virgo. It's at the very beginning, you know, but it's all about patience and perseverance. Past, present, future. We're gonna go ahead and get some summaries going on here, but it's all about patience and perseverance, Virgo. You know what I mean? And if you have it, you can attain what it is that you want. It just takes time. It takes time. It takes effort, so on and so forth. If it's getting away from a situation, an old situation, this motherfucker running his motor, all that shit is completely unnecessary. But like I said, I'm out here on my trucker shit. You know what I mean? So that it's almost like you know I'm recording. I'm smiling this shit, but in my head I'm going, motherfucker. You know. Anyway. It's all about patience and perseverance, you know what I mean? You can have what you want. You just realize that you have to work for it, you know what I mean? But you can have what you dreamed of, but you have to work for it. You see what I'm saying? And sitting around just wasting time is just that. You're sitting around wasting time. You're not gaining anything. You're not attaining anything, you know? And it's just worthless. This guy right here is really just being an asshole. I know his other truckers up here asleep and everything. He's just running his motor. That's crazy. Anyway. Going back to the past, remember, you know, you were just green, you know what I mean? You were just kind of just making bad decisions, sitting back, not doing anything really that worked for you. And this is the Seven of Vessels. This is the card of mourning. The wells run dry, you know what I mean? It's just like really being tired of your situation, being done, being stuck in this energy. This guy's leaving, thank goodness. Being done, being stuck in this energy. But not having anything to show for anything. You know what I mean? You don't even if you're in some relationship or something like that, and somebody's doing for you, you know what I mean? You still have nothing to show. If you're at a job, it's just a dead end job. It's like you just barely making ends meet, that type situation. But you have it in you to make more, to have more. You see what I'm saying? And with this Seven of Vessels being right here, that's just kind of just missing out. You know what I mean? Feeling dead, feeling, you know, just not having what it is that you need, and feeling like you need to make better choices, like you need to do something more, like you need to have something more. Coming into the present, you have the Three of Arrows. This is the arrow of jealousy. I mean, the card of jealousy, you know, envy and things like that. I feel like in this past, you know what I mean, that at some point you started to envy others because of the things that they had and the things that you didn't have. You started being envious of others' lives, but coming to this present, just like I'm done with that shit. I'm done being envious. The three being in reverse, that's not the all, not the universe. It's just energies, the divine. You know what I mean? Withdrawing themselves from your situation. Remember, back in the past, the universe was just like, I don't want nothing to do with this. But now you have the divine pulling back, and they're just like, and for whatever reason, I feel like you may have had a negative influence. You know what I mean? When it came to the divine, I feel like you may have had a negative influence guiding you to do these lazier or poor decision type things. You know, and so, when I'm saying lazy, I don't mean that you're not doing shit. You might have not have been doing shit, but you might not have just had enough energy, enough oomph to go on and do something bigger, something more, something better. Okay? And just as the fortune cookie said, it might have been time for you to leave something behind and to move on to something better. You just didn't have it in you. You know what I mean? You didn't want to put in the work. You didn't want to put in the effort. You didn't want to put in the mind. You know, you didn't have it in your mind space the way you should have. But in this present, you're just like bringing it all together. You know what I mean? And you're dismissing this negative energy, this negative divine energy, and you're just like, okay, well, I need more. I need to have more. You know, and that's what you're heading towards. Coming to the future, you have the Blastic Oak in reverse. You know what I mean? And it's just like right side up. You know what I mean? It's like a lightning striking this branch and removing something from you. You know what I'm saying? Taking, you know, usually you're this tree, but I actually feel like you're this person in this situation. And I feel like, you know, the lightning has struck this branch when it's right side up, and this person was sitting up here, and the lightning struck it, and the branch comes apart, and this person falls from this tree, falls from this branch. But in reverse, I think this person is perched back up on this branch where he needs to be. You know what I mean? And building itself. You know what I mean? And things are coming together for this person out there. Usually, I've been like, if you watch any of my old readings, it's only been like one other time that I felt like the person that I'm reading for is the person that's in the card and not the tree. Usually, I feel like the person is the tree. And just watch my other readings, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But I feel like you're being put back up on this tree. This is a major arcana card with this 1 and this 6, but it's in reverse, so it's a 1 and a 9. And remember, 1, no matter what, represents the beginning, and this 9 is the universe coming to help you, coming to guide you and give you what it is that you need in order to persevere and have the things that you need. So just really in conclusion, in this past, you know, you didn't have the you know what I mean? You were made some poor decisions, you know what I mean? You didn't have the motivation to move on past anything that was holding you back, that was keeping you down. You know, in this present, you're just like, fuck this. I got to have something, but where? Where do I go next? And then in the future, I believe that it all comes for you, that the universe provides a way. You just needed the energy to chase it. You know what I mean? You didn't have a dream, but then you had one. You know, just like that, Virgo. You didn't have a dream, and then you had one. You know, and this is just all the way about moving on and doing something to better yourself, especially with this Queen of Vessels energy. Moving on up to the east side. You know, definitely about chewing on those nuts of knowledge, gaining fulfillment, you know, and swimming upstream to have something better for you, Virgo. I keep looking that way because I'm looking for that light to change colors. All right, so let's go to the universe to get a final message for this reading. Bam, the Knight of Vessels. So remember, back here we were looking at, we had this picture with this otter, and this otter was like watching something coming up this stream. Okay, now you have this eel that's going the other way back down the stream. You know what I mean? This is the Knight of Vessels. This is a more mature energy than this Page energy. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like this is the bad moving out. You know what I mean? This is the snake leaving the situation. You know what I mean? You becoming more realistic about your situation, and more positive about conquering the situation, about coming up with solutions, you know, and moving forward. You know, this is about something bad moving out of your vessels, you know what I mean, out of your space, out of your canal, you know, and leaving space, leaving room for something better or something good to come in. And like I said, it's in a more mature energy than this Page of Vessels with this otter, and this Page of Arrows with this bird hanging on this branch in reverse. Okay, this is just a little bit more mature energy. This is about moving on to the next level. Okay, because then after that you had that Queen energy. All right, then after that you had that King energy. You know, and this is definitely about advancing, making more of yourself step by step as well, though, because you go from the Page to the Knight to the Queen. Okay, so remember to take things step by step. Ooh, right on time. It's time for me to go. Let me go ahead and read this fortune cookie card again. Remember, the end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon of Capricorn for Virgo. All right, one more time. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon of Capricorn. How hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you that effort is required. Work issues may be about to come to a head when this card comes up. If you are wondering if you should stay on your job or leave, this card can be a strong sign to make an exit. The end of a real time is forecast. This card also asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whether you're prepared to pull out at all the stops to make your professional dreams come true without being ruthless. With a love question, this card can be a call to face reality. Whatever situation you're asking about, making a plan will help. If your personal life is troubled, prioritize it more. And the tune to the moon was release control and trust the universe. Man, I love it when the reading comes all the way together, when everything fits together. That is so dope. Man, I hate to rush out of here, y'all, but I got the green light. I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. That's just perfect timing. Everything is meant in this space, obviously. Love you guys. Blessing, light, and peace. Tarot King the Prophet. And I'm out of here, y'all, with another Crown King Tarot presentation. Y'all holla at your boy.